The Texans lost to the Patriots 27-20 in what was a surprisingly close game. Like, honestly, the way the offense looked today, I'm surprised we even came within 7 points, man. Like, it was atrocious, to say the least. The passing game, at least. The running game was surprisingly good. I know in my prediction video I wasn't really expecting our running game to really do anything, but Lamar Miller and Alfred Blue both had pretty good games. Really good games, actually, especially when you consider all the, I guess, mess we were talking about the Texans running back group going into the season. They performed well. You can even throw Tyler Ervin into that category. Tyler Ervin did good in the return game. I think he averaged like 30. Well, yeah, I want to say it was 30, or around 30 return yards per, kickoff return. Not entirely sure the exact number, but I know it's like around 30. So again, that's good. So Irvin had a good game, Blue had a good game, Miller had a good game, and the offensive line surprisingly had a good game. Running game wise, they did better than I thought, and passing game wise, they did a good job in pass protection. I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, "What?" Yes, the offensive line, for the most part, did a good job protecting Deshaun Watson. And of course, you got to talk about Shantrell Henderson. I heard it was like an ankle injury. Like, he broke something. I completely forgot what it was. I'm sorry. I could look it up, but he's going to be out for a while, I think. So, that sucks. Martinez Rankins is his replacement. And Rankins looked like a rookie. He looked lost. He was playing left tackle. They moved downport to right tackle. So, I guess these are your starting offensive tackles moving forward. And it sucks, man. It does suck. And I know Kevin Johnson, concussion, they might shut him down for the year. We'll get into how he played later in the video. And Christian Covington, he had like a thigh injury. But let's get back into the offense. Deshaun Watson. I know you guys are going to hate to hear it, but I always try to keep it 100% real with you guys. Deshaun Watson was not good today. He was, you could even say, terrible. He did show flashes here and there, but he was not good. He held on to the ball too long. So, no, it wasn't the offensive line letting Watson get hit. It was Watson letting Watson get hit. He was straight up holding on to the ball too long. For the most part, besides maybe the interception, I did think Watson made some pretty good decisions, but he was just inaccurate. He was just straight up off. That is the best way to describe how Watson was today. He wasn't being dumb. He was just straight up off. Holding on to the ball too long. Inaccurate. I mean, he missed Ryan Griffin wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. He missed Ryan Griffin again wide open in the seam for a huge gain. He missed some throws, man. Let's not try to, protect Watson. Let's just call it how it is. Watson had a bad game, and I 100% blame it on rustiness. Like, straight up, man. I hate preseason injuries. I think they are the worst. I hate preseason. I think it sucks. But you have to let your players play more than 5 snaps in the preseason. Look at the Texans. Offense came out rusty. Looked terrible. Watson only played like a total of 4 or 5 drives in preseason. Tom Brady played like a whole half in the third game. He played like a whole quarter in the second game. Tom Brady played a lot, man. Compared to Watson didn't do anything. So definitely Watson knocking off some rust. Merciless, Clowney, Watt, they didn't really look as dominant as they have in the past. Why? Because they didn't play. I 100% believe the Texans lost this game because they didn't play in the preseason, and I was honestly scared this was going to happen. If you go back to 2015, the season where the Texans started, I want to say it was like 2-4. The Texans didn't play any starters all preseason. They started out flat and they didn't look good until they finally knocked that rust off. And they went 9-7 and made the playoffs. So I straight up think that this game was, the team was just rusty, man. Offense, I'm sorry, Watson, I love you, man, but we lost this game because of Watson, guys. Let's not try to blame the offensive line, because the offensive line did good. Let's not try to blame Kevin Johnson. Even though Kevin Johnson didn't perform too well, Kevin Johnson and the defense only allowed 20 points. If you consider the Deshaun Watson handoff fumble. So the defense played pretty well, if we're being honest. Besides one drive that I thought was absolutely terrible, I thought the defense did as best as they could. The pass rush wasn't there, but again, I think that's a result of the rust. But I think the defense played good. I thought the linebackers, defensive line was, did a decent job stopping the run. Didn't really shut them down, but they did a good job limiting them. I thought the secondary also all played pretty good except for Kevin Johnson. I mean, Aaron Colvin, he played good. Jonathan Joseph surprisingly played good. Tyrann Mathieu had those 2 turnovers. Kareem Jackson looked good at safety. So I thought the secondary played good. Even if Justin Reed, man, he did not look like a rookie out there. He looked good. Linebackers and coverage early on, Zach Cunningham, he didn't look too good. I don't know what was up with him. Maybe also rust, but he did play more than others in preseason, so I'm not quite too sure what went on there. Or maybe it was just Rob Gronkowski being Rob Gronkowski, because Gronk had a pretty decent game. And O'Brien. I know a lot of people are going to blame this game on O'Brien. They seem to always blame the game on O'Brien. I mean, besides, I think, going for it on 4th down in 3rd quarter, besides that call, I think he called a pretty good game, guys. Let's be honest. On that 4th down play, Deshaun Watson missed Ryan Griffin wide open. Deshaun Watson was missing wide open players all day. Let's be honest. Let's call it for what it is. And of course, you got to talk about the late in the first half Gronkowski catch. A lot of people are gonna give O'Brien, stuff for not calling a timeout. But why would he call a timeout, guys? That was 100% a catch. If you say that's not a catch, you're just biased. That was a catch, guys. Come on. If the DeAndre Hopkins catch that Bill Belichick challenge was a catch, then the Gronkowski catch was a catch. Just because Kareem Jackson knocked the ball out of his hands after he was down doesn't mean it's not a catch. It was a catch. Let's be honest. O'Brien did good by not calling a timeout there. But I will say this, and I kind of just want to blame this on the offense and the coaching as a total. Late in the game, after the Patriots muffed the punt that set us up in the Patriots red zone, or the red zone, whatever, the offense went out there with no sense of urgency. Literally, I think we got the ball back with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, and then we end up scoring a touchdown maybe 8 plays later because it took us that long, and we drained 2 minutes off the clock. The offense wasn't hustling to the line of scrimmage. They weren't hurrying up. They were just taking it slow, casually. No. That really, pissed me off some. I thought special teams did pretty good. Again, Tyler Irvin, the returns. The coverage teams did good. Trevor Daniel, besides one punt, and even though he had one blocked, I still thought he did pretty decent. Kaimi Fairbairn made his 2 field goals. Honestly, guys, you can blame Kevin Johnson. You can blame the offensive line. You can blame Bill O'Brien. But let's be real here, guys. We lost this game because of Deshaun Watson, and I love Watson. Don't get me wrong, but if you had a bad game, you had a bad game. You know, that's it. That's end of story. I'm not saying, damn, trade Deshaun Watson. I'm not saying that. You just, it's just Watson coming back from being rusty. That's all it is, or that's all I'm hoping it is. Let's hope, Watson comes back next game and puts up 57 on the Titans next week. So that's all I really have for you guys. Well, actually, no. That's not all I have for you guys. Deshaun Watson was stretching out his leg after the game was over. Keep your eye out for that, because I don't know if he was just, stretching it out, I'm stretching out my leg, or like an ouch, it hurts type of thing, I have no idea what's going on there. I haven't heard or seen any reports. I waited like 30 minutes to record this video to see something pop up, but nothing really popped up, so I'm hoping he's fine. So yeah, that's all I really have for you guys today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.